Hi there, I'm Sean. Thanks for choosing this 30-minute strength and body weight class. I'm excited to exercise with you today, and I'm excited that you chose to come and work your body. If you've never taken a class from me before, welcome, and if you have, welcome back. Good to have you back. Now, for class today, you need a set of dumbbells that are appropriate for your fitness level and a chair that we'll utilize for balance purposes, and then some water to stay hydrated throughout class. So with that, we're going to go ahead and start the timer, and we are ready to do a 30-minute strength and body weight class that will work you from top to bottom. So we're going to start with squats, down and up. So let's set that up. Feet slightly wider than your hip bones, toes pointed out slightly, and you push your butt back and sit down in a chair. So drop and lift. Now, these first few squats, because it's the beginning of class, might be a little smaller. You won't go down as deep, and that's normal. As you warm up, you may increase that range of motion a little bit, but let's go ahead and add some arms. So drop the hands down and then lift up. Exercise to get the blood pumping and warm up the body, because it works so many big muscles, quads, hips, glutes. Drop, lift. Big reach to the floor. Now, let's do one squat, tap for 4. Squat, drop, lift, and reach. Reach. Squat, drop, lift, 4 reaches. Drop, reach, and a big reach on those taps. Come on. Lift a few more. Again. And now let's just hold this. Lateral toe taps. We'll do 4. 3. Now let's do 2 knee lifts. Lift, crunch, drop, and crunch. Now tap. Knee lifts. Lift and lift. Tap. 4 times, and then 2 knee lifts. Lift. Great. Challenging that balance just a little bit. Still reaching up big with those arms and out wide with the toes. Strong balance comes from your core, so make sure you're contracting. Lift. Little pause at the top. Give me 2 more of those. Big reach with the knees up. 1 more time. Lift those knees. Reach them up. And heel digs to the front. Change it up a little bit. Reach those arms forward as far as you can, and then pull back. So trying to squeeze those shoulder blades together in the back. Now we're going to add a march for 8. So we'll heel dig 4 times, then we'll march for 8. Ready? Let's go. Here we go. 4, 3. Now march 8. Big marches. Heel digs. 4, 3. Now march. That's it. 2 more. And march. 1 more time. And march. All right, march wide. And feet flat. Hands go down as you squat wide. Now lift the hips up. Feel that stretch in the back of the thighs. Lower the hips to stand up and reach. So we go down, touch the floor, lengthen the legs for a stretch, and then we lift. Lower. Lift the hips, lower the hips, stand up. Let's do a few more of those. Don't worry about the music. Move at a pace that's comfortable for you. 2 more, just like that. Nice big plie squat, feet are wide. Give me 1 more. Nice stretch for the back of the legs. Stop right there, that tend to be very tight. All right, we are ready to start our workout. So the first exercise is a hip hinge with a rope. So you'll need your dumbbells for that. I'll turn profile for one and show you what the exercise is, and then I'll face you for the rest of them. So make sure you hinge at the hip here and you keep your back flat. So you want to lift your tailbone up as you do this exercise. So this is what you don't want to see, all right? You want a nice flat back, stick your butt up to the back, and then you row when you're here at the bottom. Lower the weights. Stand up all the way. So don't stop partially. You want to stand up and get all the flexion out of the hips. 15 repetitions. Ready? Here we go. Hinge and row. Stand up all the way. Squeeze the shoulder blades together on each of those rows. Big breath out every time you lift the weights up. So inhale. Yeah, you got this. Stretching those hamstrings, working the glutes a little bit, working the low back, working the upper back, working the biceps. A lot of muscles being worked here if you do these well. So how far do you hinge over? Until you feel a little bit of a twinge in the hamstring. They start talking to you and saying, whoa, 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 wait a minute. Now, if you're rounding your back out while you're doing this, you won't feel it near as much in your hamstrings being stretched. You'll feel it in your back quite a bit. So important to keep your core engaged. Pull your belly button in, up into your ribs. One more. Yeah, and lift that tailbone up behind you. Stop there. Okay, the next exercise is a push-up. So you can turn your chair around. You can do the push-ups on the seat of the chair, or you can find a spot on a wall. Now, if you're going to use a wall, make sure you're on your toes and you move your feet out away so it actually challenges your chest muscles in the front of the shoulders, okay? I'm going to do it on the chair. It's a little more difficult, but can also modify by bringing a foot forward. So 15 repetitions. Ready? Get set. Here we go. 1. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Squeeze the glutes nice and tight. Keep those abs engaged. Pull that belly button in into the ribs. If you're getting tired, you can bring that foot in. Keep moving. You have a little bit of support there. Takes a lot of weight off if you bring that foot in. Maybe do the last one. Big, and stop right there. All right. Woo, push-ups are a big one. They're important because they work so many muscles in the upper body. They do get the heart rate up typically, and they help shape and tone the shoulders as well as keep the chest nice and strong. So the next exercise, we're going to the lower body. So let's go ahead and turn the chair around. And you want your dumbbells, one in each hand, and you can modify this because we're doing lunges by getting rid of the weights, setting those down, and doing this with just body weight if you'd like. It's a forward stepping lunge. So watch me do one here. Step forward, drop, lift, step back. So tune in here real quick. When you're forward, knee over the ankle and wiggle your toes. See my toes moving there? All the weight's in your heel. We don't want to lean forward. We step into the lunge, we drop straight down, lift straight up, and then push off your heel to come back, okay? The chair is here to help. If you need it, grab that, okay? Right leg only. Here we go. Forward, drop, lift, and back. There's 2. Now, if you feel like these are a little too fast, at any time, you can certainly slow it down. Less repetitions is a great modification. You might start to feel that in that back supporting leg, the quadriceps on your left side there. Just 5 to go. Shoulders up, eyes straight ahead. If we start to look down, tend to collapse and lose our form. Okay? So weight in the heel, drop straight down and up. It's not a forward motion. straight down. All right, last one. Stop right there. Let's go ahead and pause. Let our heart rate recover a bit, get some water. All right, now we're going to the other side. Same exercise. Weights in the side in your pockets, 4 counts. Here we go. Whoops, lost my balance there. You know why? I didn't have my core engaged. Forward, drop, lift, feet together. Keep the weight in that heel. All right, forward, drop, lift, and back together. Shoulders up. Keep that core on. You want to stay strong all the way around the midsection, especially in lunges, because believe it or not, a strong core, an engaged core, takes pressure off the knee. The stronger this is, the less pressure on the other joints that are doing the work. So stay strong in the core, keep it engaged, and burn a few extra calories as well. A lot of good reasons for it. All right, stop there. Woo! Shake out those legs. And we're going to come back and do these exercises again. Depending on time, maybe a few less repetitions. But at a minimum, you'll know the exercises and you'll be able to execute them perfectly. All right? The next exercise, we're going back up to the upper body. It's a shoulder press. Now, profile, we want to go forward and slightly up, as if you're putting something up in the closet. All right? Thumbs stay up. Ready? Shoulder press. 15. Push and lower. Now I'm doing these slower than the music because we don't need to rush them. Push. Exhale as you push. Inhale as you lower. Now my feet are in a wide stance. You can also do a staggered stance if you want. Challenges the core just a little bit with heels off the ground in the back. Working more of the middle of the shoulder. Whereas with the push-ups, we're working the front of the shoulder. Press and smile. You are doing great. You have just 4 to go. Keep going to the end. Woo. 2 more. 2 and last one. All right. Stop right there. The next exercise, you need the chair. So let's turn that around the seat of the chair. And you can either use 2 dumbbells or 1 for this tricep extension. So, same arm that you're working, that leg is back behind you. The other hand is on the chair, providing support for your back. You keep that elbow up. We're going to kick back, all right? 15 of them. If it gets to be too much, you can also lower 1 weight to the chair and just do it with 1. But try to start with 2. Elbow stays up. Ready? Let's kick it. Back and lower. Now you don't need to bring the weights all the way back up to your armpit. No need for that. Just a 90-degree angle at the elbow. Stop there and then push it right back up. And at the top of that, squeeze the tricep or the back of the arm as much as you can. 4 more. Come on. 3, 2, and 1. All right. Now you can stay where you are, but I'm going to turn to the other side so you can see the profile. Okay. All right. Set ourselves up. Front leg goes back. Front elbow goes up. Flat back. Support on the chair. We're ready. Kick it. Back. Stop at 90 degrees. Remember, don't bring it all the way back. We're not working those. Just your triceps. Push and exhale. Keep the back flat. Now, is your core engaged right now? Can you tighten up that belly a little more? Come on. Pull that navel in. 3 more. 2 and 1. Okay, put the chair back. And our next exercise is a plie squat. But let's go ahead and get some water first. So important to stay hydrated.
especially in these summer months when it's a lot warmer. We don't realize how much body fluids we lose. And a good amount of water to drink is about half of your body weight in ounces. So I weigh 180 pounds. My goal is 90 ounces of water a day. Yeah, it seems like a lot, but every organ in our body needs hydration, needs water. It is incredible for feeling healthy, feeling energized, and allowing our body to function the way it needs to. All right, so plie
Squat, nice and wide, 15 reps.
hands in the pockets, ready? Let's drop and lift.
Lower.
And lift. Now, when we come up, it may look like I'm locking up my knees, but I'm not. So you want to keep a micro bend in your knee at the top of that squat and really push through your heels as you're coming up out of the squat. Drop. Squeeze the butt from bottom to top. And keep
Going. You have 3 more.
3, 2,
And
1.
all right.
We're going to stand and go from lower body back up to the upper body. And if you want to challenge yourself a bit, we're doing biceps. You can balance on one foot and just put the toe down on the other. And you can even lift if you want. But let's start here. Thumbs up, hammer curls. Here we go. Lift. Lift. Now try not to let those elbows move. If you come up too far in a bicep curl, you start moving those elbows. Not necessary. We want to try and keep the upper arm glued to the sides and just make the movement come from the lower arm. I'm going to try and lift my foot for the last few. Make it more of a balance challenge. Last one. Stop right there. All right. Weights go down. And standing ab crunch. Hands come up, fingers behind the ears. Crunch right and left. Crunch. Now, if you don't really concentrate on this section of the body, crunching, tightening these up, decreasing the distance between your ribs and your hip bones, you'll miss out on the purpose of the exercise. So really think about crunching in the midsection and pushing the air out. Standing crunch. Oops. Happens to the best of us. Give me a couple more and we're done. Keep breathing. 2 to go. 1 on each side. And stop there. We end the first round with regular squats. So dumbbells again. Feet just slightly wider than your hip bones. Toes out a little bit. And push your butt back. Sit in the chair.
Here we go. Drop.
Stand up all the way. Again, don't worry about the music unless it drives you absolutely bananas. I know some people it does. People with a music background, like, you're moving off the beat. You can't do that. By all means, if you want to do halftime, go ahead, or stick with the beat. That's fine too. I just want you to do the exercise
well.
3 more.
Stand up all the way.
Keep your chest up. Keep your eyes straight ahead.
Stop.
Right there. Okay, we're starting over. Hip hinge with the row. This time through, we're only doing 12 repetitions. Okay? So, remember.
It's a nice hinge at the hip. Lift the tailbone up. Back is flat.
With a row. Ready? 12. Let's do it.
Hinge.
Row. Stand up all the way.
Squeeze those shoulder blades together. Always
keep the air moving. Stand up all the way. Out of that hinge. You're doing great. Hang in there.
Just a few to go. Woo! Do you feel that
stretch in the
back of the thighs? Give me a
couple more. I lost
count on that one. Not sure where we are.
You might have gotten an
Extra 1 or 2.
Yeah.
It's okay.
That is just fine. It's a bonus. Let's turn the chair around. Push-ups. So you're going to use the wall or the chair.
Remember, if you're at
The wall on the balls of your feet and push your feet away so you're really working that chest.
Otherwise, join me with the chair. Ready? 12. Here we go.
Lower.
Lift. Bring that foot forward if you need to. It helps significantly. Modify for a couple, and maybe try a few. 4 more.
3.
Come on.
2.
And 1. You did it.
Nice work. Let's turn the chair around. Dumbbells.
Time for lunges.
Right lunge. Ready? 4 count. Step it forward. 1, 2, 3. Step back together. Remember to drop straight down and up. We step forward, then we drop straight down. Chest up. Eyes up. We look down, we tend to lose our posture. So keep those shoulders rolled back. And push through your front heel. Push through that heel. 5 more. Stay with me. You know what? Breathing is getting a little labored here now. Lunges tend to do that to people. We're working big muscle groups. Stop. And a lot of people shy away from lunges, but they are a great exercise for strengthening the muscles around the knee and also to tone the legs, if that's a goal of yours. All right? Ready? Other foot. Let's go. Forward. Drop, lift straight up, and touch. Now make sure when you're going down, that knee doesn't pass your toes. You're in the last third of the workout. You're doing great. Hang in there to the end. It is amazing to me. I hope it goes fast for you. That's a nice compliment to me if you think the class goes fast as well. That means we had somewhat of a good time together. 3 more. Just 2. Keep your form. Stay strong here on the last one. Strong. And stop there. Shoulder press. Right away. Ready? Feet can be wide or staggered if you want to challenge your core a little more. Thumbs up. Press it up. And slightly forward. Breathe out. Push those weights up. This is really good functional training. Shoulders tend to be weak on quite a few people. But how often do you need to put something away that's above your head? This is functional training. Training those muscles to make that movement and do it in a way that'll keep you from getting hurt. Stop right there. All right, we have the tricep extensions or the kickbacks. So we want to use the chair for support.
Front leg goes back. Front arm bent. Ready? Let's kick it back. Extend. I'm using 2 weights again. You can start with 2. You can let one sit on the chair. You can get rid of both. Just as long as you're really thinking about flexing those tricep muscles at the top. 1 more. Stop there. All right. Other side. You don't have to move the chair. I just want to do it so the weights are in front. It's easier to see for you. All right. Ready? Foot back. Hand on the chair.
The core is braced, nice and strong.
Here we go. Kick.
And lower just to 90 degrees. Keeping these muscles in the arms strong and toned. Great exercise
for it.
3 more.
2. Last one.
Stop there. All right, let's get some more water. Whew, just a few minutes left of work.
plie squat.
So let's
Go wide. Ready? Drop down, lift up. Lower, lift. Remember, when you come up out of that squat, to keep a little bend in the knee. 4 more. 3. Just 2. 1. Stop there.
bicep curls. Ready? Let's curl. Go right into it. Thumbs are up. Elbows stay in one spot. So try not to let those elbows float forward. Exhale when you lift. Contract those muscles in the front of the arms. Your shoulders and upper arms stop right there. Maybe feeling it real good today?
Perfect.
Was designed to do that. Crunches. We're just doing 10 of these. Ready? And let's crunch. Crunch. Lower.
This rib, bottom rib, down towards your hip bones.
And make these flex as much as you can. Crunch. Crunch. That takes a lot of concentration to really do a standing crunch well. So really think about the flexion right there and stop. Regular squat finishes it up. Ready? Feet slightly wider than your hips. Shoulders rolled back. Let's end this with pride. Ready? Drop down and up. Here we go. Our last exercise. Then we stretch, cool down, send you on your way. And your body will be thanking you all day long. Endorphins, woo, those feel-good hormones, natural painkillers, so good for the mind and body. I know we don't talk about that enough. Stop one more time. All right. It definitely affects the body when you do this, but it affects the mind as much as the body in a positive way. So what you're doing, even though you don't always feel big effects, it is doing wonders for both. So don't forget that. And if you need to be a coach for someone else, give them that pep talk, remind them of that. The benefits are long-lasting for both the mind and body. It's time to stretch. So, one toe, we'll get the music, cool down music going here. Hinge at the hip.
And pull up on that toe. Stretch the calf a little and the hamstring.
And then you stand, lift, go back down again.
Maybe you go a little further. Try and keep your back flat. And again, lift that tailbone.
Release.
Go one more time.
And switch.
Ready? Hinge at the hip. Pull up on that toe. Release.
And again.
Keep that back nice and flat and deep breaths. In through the nose and out through the mouth. Release.
One more time.
Well, hey, Molly. I was wondering if she was going to join class today. And release. All right, quad and hip flexor. 1 foot forward. I'm kind of at an angle here, using the chair for support. Step back in that lunge position. Back heel off the floor. Lower and then roll your hips under. Tuck them under. And you'll really open that hip flexor and the quads reach. And release. Do it again. Roll them under. And breathe. And release. Other side. Lower. Tuck the hips under. And reach. Just intensify that stretch. Release in the hip flexor a little bit. Okay, lower. Roll them under. And release. All right, we work the chest. Let's stretch it. Thumbs up. Big open. Like you're about to run and tackle someone with a big hug. Big open and release. Big open again. Smile while you do it. You've just done great things for yourself. Release. Give me one more. Oh, that feels so nice. Some very tight muscles. All right, cross one arm across.
To the back of the shoulder stretch.
And swing it out. Do it one more. Happening. Switch sides. We're lowering the body temperature, lowering the heart rate, controlling the breathing, really oxygenating the muscles. So big inhales. Pull as much air in as you can and exhale. And release. And that is it. Thank you so much for choosing this 30-minute strength and bodyweight class today. Again, my name is Sean. I am so grateful that you joined me for this workout, and I hope you can make it back to class again real soon. Until next time, bye-bye and keep it healthy.